is just grinding my gears, and I just gotta speak on it. So here's my thing right now with this whole Love and Marriage Huntsville, this custody case, the court files, and the push to try and, I think, like, even the playing field. Let's throw Martell a couple of bones and make him feel like it's a possibility that the things that are said in these court documents are inaccurate, and it's all a scheme that Todd set up. And y'all, I really side-eye the people who side-eye these documents. I really do, because it's like, these are court documents. These people are in court. Mind you, people have selective memory, and that's what's getting on my nerves, is people's selective memory. So when this divorce first happened, they had equal custody. It was Martell who went to court and said, no, I want to have full custody. It wasn't Mel. And so, even with that said, it's not her trying to push a narrative against him and push him out of his kid's life. He wants to push her out of her kid's life. That's the first thing. The second thing, when it comes to these court documents, Mel wanted the allegedly, all these things I'm saying is allegedly in my own opinion, but allegedly Mel wanted the documents to be hidden. But no, Martell pushed for these documents to not be hidden because he felt, let me tell you something about him. Y'all should know this. If y'all watch the show, you can pick up on his personality. He is successful in lying and manipulating people at first glance. When people first come into this man's life, he is able to successfully lie and manipulate and get them to view him as a specific type of person. What happens is, over time, his little stories and his lies and his antics start to add up, and people start to see him for who he really is. So at the beginning of this court case, he thought he had the judge fooled, because the judge was like, oh, well, it looks like he's the only person that's putting forth effort, and Melody's out of line because the judge was saying that Melody was out of line because she was not allowing certain types of communication to occur, because the Melody only had Martell able to speak to her via email, and the judge was just, basically acting like she was flabbergasted by that old Melody should be trying to give him her phone number so he can harass and stalk her constantly throughout the day. So the judge has that leaning at the beginning of this court case. And so Martell, how he is, his little goofy butt, he gets all excited, like, yeah, I got people seeing things my way. And on top of that, speaking of how annoying he is, his whole, when that man says, every time he does that in that tone, I lose it. Because he says it every time he ends a sentence that was a complete lie. He ends it with, this little soft baby voice. Like, well, where the hell does that voice come from? It's a voice of, let me try to soften my voice because I need people to feel like I'm coming from a good place with this. No, you're a fraud, okay? Allegedly, and in my own opinion, you're a fraud, a whole fraud. And people who get in bed with you, literally and theoretically, are participating in fraudulent activities along with you. Because I cannot stand I feel like people are so excited about the idea that this is just a dad who's just trying to be a good father, and this like, I understand y'all sympathizing with that, but why are y'all so eager to believe in that? Even when evidence points otherwise, we still want to be like, no, because let me tell you something I noticed. A woman can do, if a woman's doing the bare minimum, she is the lowest of the low. People do not mind dragging her for filth. But men, I'm sorry, y'all, this is just what I've seen. I'm 40 plus years old, and I have seen this repeatedly, even in my own family and other people's families. I've seen this off. A man can do the bare freaking minimum, and everybody acts like he's a god. For instance, this is off its own topic, but let me just give a quick example so y'all feel where I'm coming from. A man, say there's 2 boys and 3 women in the family. And then you have elderly parents. If the men are given passes on being responsible for taking care of those elderly parents, I've seen it time and time again. Everyone would expect one of the 3 women, or all 3 women really, to step up and take on the charge of taking care of the elderly parents. But the men will get passes. They will get a pass for not stepping in and taking care of the elderly parents. But you better not let one of the men be taking care of the elderly parents, and none of the women gonna get dragged for filth for not taking care of their parents. But let both of those men not try to take care of their elderly parents. Nobody will say anything, y'all. I promise y'all, nobody will say anything. They'll be like, oh, he's busy. Oh, he's got a family. Oh, it's too stressful for him. But let the women not do it. They're gonna get drugged for filth. So my point of it is that men in society in general get praise, especially black men. I don't know why. I don't know what the history of that is, and maybe I'll dive into that deeper later. But they will get praised for doing the bare minimum. Oh, he's a great dad because he was at the mall taking pictures with his kid. Okay, where is he at the other 364 days out the year? Don't let the woman complain. Oh, you just ungrateful. Or is she tired of his shit? Is she ungrateful, or is she tired of his shit? Or is she tired of him showing up whenever the fuck he feels like it to be a parent versus when he needs to show up and be a parent? It's freaking ridiculous, y'all. And I think that's translating over into this Melody and Martell custody case. People are so used to men doing the bare minimum and they get praised for it. All he gotta do is show up and pretend, y'all. Because we've seen time and time again how he does not mind putting his kids in harm's way while dragging them over there with that woman who he knows cannot stand his ex-wife, and who he knows wanted him to leave his family and his kids to be with her. How in the heck do you decide in that situation that this is the best environment for your kids to be in, and you drag your kids out of a peaceful home where you know they're being well cared for, and you drag them up into the house with you, and you got that hot ass mess going on in your house? How is that a good dad? Oh, because he wants to be in their life. Okay, why don't he make this decision? If he wants to be such a good dad, why don't he get his shit together and then make sure he's in their life consistently? And that's not to say he can't talk or see his kids, but be like, y'all, I need to get my situation. I want y'all to have a good experience when y'all come to my home. So I'm going to come pick y'all up. I'm going to take y'all places and do whatever. But dad's working on himself. He's going to make sure he has a nice, good environment for y'all to be in. Martell can get himself a freaking apartment. He think he too good where he got to have a house. Martell can get himself a freaking apartment if he has to and have his kids there. He do not need to have that woman up in the house with him. He only got that woman around because he knows dragging his kids up into that woman's house and then that woman's presence bothers his ex-wife. He don't give a damn about trying to create a relationship with that woman. And y'all know what I'm talking about. He don't care about making no relationship with that woman because he dates everybody else. So it's not because I'm trying to provide a stable home. No, he's not. So this is why I'm saying I'm side-eyeing people who side-eye these court documents. Like, where is y'all brain? Or are y'all just choosing to not see certain things because y'all are so used to praising men, and especially black men, for doing the bare freaking minimum? We just so desperately to see them in a positive role, even when they're doing wrong, we're going to act like they ain't. Come on now. Like, this is freaking ridiculous. And it's really annoying to watch that this man is able to go from platform to platform and end his sentences with, and people like, oh yeah, I mean, you're right. Like Tasha K, everything came out of Martell's mouth was, you're right. But I remember back when she had Melody on her platform, she was drilling her about everything. And then certain things that Melody would say, she would just sit there in silence, like kind of like giving her the side eye. I'm like, why does she get no passes, but this man gets freaking buttload of passes, a damn wheelbarrow full of passes.